Welcome to another episode of We Ain't Them. I am your host, Rather Realist, aka Rasan, along with my lovely, lovely co-host, Ebs.
Hey, everybody.
Of course, now at the moment, we have our special, let's say, co-host. Guys, I want you to meet Kev.
What's up, y'all?
I'm so excited to have you on, Kev.
Yo, for real.
Listen, I'm ready to have a good time, and honestly, let's just get to it.
Yes.
All
I
right,
feel
cool.
like, the last time I saw you was at Emma's birthday party.
Oh yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
that quite drunken mess that I was. However,
Whew.
Sweet Science
I
was definitely the
Yo,
vibe,
I'm
and you should have been
so
there.
mad I didn't
It's
go.
all good. It's all good. But listen, next time, there's always going to be the after party, and let's just keep it going.
Hell yes.
Word, word. I feel a little lost, but it's okay. It's all right. It's fine. Anyway, before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We do episodes we're doing this special just for you guys. So for the next couple of weeks, you're gonna see back to back to back episodes on Fridays. So definitely look out for those episodes. All right, so I'm here to start some shit. I'm not wasting no fucking time. I'm not doing it. I don't got time for it. Let's just start from where we need to. Azealia Banks, you gotta get this fucking work today. You gonna get this fucking work today. Now, for people who, don't like negativity in their life, I must unfortunately read you this comment made from Azealia Banks in regards to DC Young Fly's wife who's unfortunately passed away.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to her.
To Jackie, yeah.
I'm gonna read it to you guys. I'm not. It's hard to read it, but I have to read it anyway. Quote: DC Young Fly spent years disguising his own deeply rooted hatred of self as jokes pointed at women's beauty, projecting his own feelings about his own ugliness onto women perfectly secure in their own skin. Say what you want, about my tears. They were pure tears of rage and not at all a sign of weakness. But in the end, I won. I'm happy I cried and moved on. That Jackie old girl must have been so deeply insecure about herself. And the nerve of DC to call such a gorgeous woman as Azealia Banks ugly on national television while a bunch of black people laughed. And ironically, dead at 32, exactly on my 32nd birthday, March 31st, 2023, in Miami, Florida. You niggas are going to learn to stop fucking with me. All right, enough of the bullshit. That is the fucking ugliest statement that you could fucking make as an individual. Azealia Banks, personally and professionally, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That's some bitch ass shit to do. I try not to call women, especially out their name, but that's a bitch ass move. And you acting like a real, real, real deep, dark, hurt bitch.
She is
You
hurt.
that
She is hurt.
you hurt about what? You got hurt because somebody called you something on national. Let me explain to you something. Why did you go on? Nobody forced you. Nobody forced you 4 years ago to go on Wild 'N Out.
That's fact.
Nobody told you, yo, you have to do this. It's in your contract. You chose to go on there. You could have just went on there probably just as like a singer, like the end of the show when like somebody performs and all that stuff. But you wanted to be a host. What did you think was gonna happen? Everybody gets joked on. Everybody. Every single body. Freaking Justina Scott, she always gets cracked on for being a white girl with a flat ass. Doughboy, he gets commented for being fat. There's a bunch of people that get commented for being fat, conceited. He gets told that he's a midget. There's a bunch of people that get all kinds of jokes thrown at him. And you decided that you wanted to go on that show when you know that jokes were coming. And your first reaction was to cry. Listen, if your feelings was hurt, I get it. It is what it is. But you should have known what you was getting yourself into. What you thought? You thought you wasn't gonna get these jokes? Erykah Badu was on the show. She got the jokes. And it's Erykah fucking Badu.
Which she also dragged Erica at one point. She did. She did try Erica at one point.
She's just problematic, and that's just the issue all within itself. And to say on your birthday that you're happy that somebody passed away, that's just disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
So, Azealia, I love you. I love your music, but it is hard to stand by you. It's so hard to stand by you.
It's so fucking frustrating, sorry, because it's like, bruh, you're talented. You are so fucking talented. And fuck what DC Young Fly saying. I don't think you're ugly at all. I always thought you were beautiful. As somebody who I don't even like, I'm not a big fan of DC Young Fly either, but to wish death on his girlfriend or his baby moms.
I think it was his wife, actually.
It's not his wife. They're not married.
Oh.
They're not married. His girlfriend, I think it's kind of low, and I feel like your anger is very much displaced. Her anger was displaced.
It's 4 years misplaced. If you, the situation happened 4 years ago.
Years ago, yeah.
So feel how you feel. You made your comment 4 years ago.
Yes,
we
she
accepted
did.
that.
Yes, she
Thank
did.
you so much for how you felt.
Yeah.
But to come back 4 years later after a tragedy happens, how do we stand by you? How do we literally go and say, that was merited? You could have done that. We understand where you're coming from. No, you just look crazy. And you went on to, what was it, Instagram or Twitter to go on ahead and do this too?
Instagram, yeah.
You're hiding behind the phone at this point again. What's the point?
I don't know what her point is. It's like, girl, I feel like you already read DC Young Fly and the whole Wildin' Out crew. After the incident when you went, do I feel like as much as you like go off on people on Twitter, I was very surprised at how you were that episode. Like, I don't even watch Wildin' Out the way I used to back in the day. But I remember going straight from work to his house. I'm like, babe, Azealia Banks. Like, I watched Wildin' Out to see her. Because I'm like, yo, this bitch stay reading people. And to see that she was brought to tears.
I mean, they had a kiki with her.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on? I expected her to, like, really ill on everybody. I was waiting for it, and she did not serve. She did not give me what I was looking for. And to see that, like, okay, you read him after, it's like, let it go, sis. Like, let it go. Like, it happened 4 years ago. I feel like you did the work. You read his ass for filth.
Facts.
And like I said, I love your music. There's so many people that do, but it's like, damn, bro, why are you like this?
And we want to see you win.
I want
Azealia to win.
I want her to win so bad.
Bro.
Nope.
It's
so bad.
It really sucks. And I'm gonna be honest. I will say this. I'm not. This is not justifying what she did at all, but I do feel like in a society, especially in music today, where we listen to a bunch of rappers talk about killing their ops and being proud of it, you know, they don't get that type of slack. I am just saying. They don't get that type of slack for making fun of killing somebody's father or son or whatever. It happens in hip hop all the time. They're laughing about it. They're getting clout off of it. They're filming it. And a lot of them are still praised. King Von was praised. You know, Azealia Banks did what she did, which I said is disgusting. But it's so easy to rag on her. You know what I mean?
I think there's a difference. I think that you try to use that, and let me just clarify something. You talking about gangsters who want to see other people that consider gangsters killed, compared to a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
That
Who
is
is
not
just
his
doing his job, yes.
That is his lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's just a comedian.
Yeah.
He's not a gangster. He's not trying to fight you, and he's not trying to kill nobody.
Mm-hmm.
He is just a comedian,
Mm-hmm.
staying in his lane as a comedian. So for you to even say that, that's a BS.
No, it's not BS.
No, it's a
because
BS
those
bullshit
gangsters
statement.
actually killed those people.
Exactly, and guess
And
what?
are proud of it.
Exactly.
And they're bragging
And
about
guess
it.
what?
And they're
But
praised for it. Azealia ain't kill nobody.
You could say what you want
Allegedly,
to,
because
but
some
this
people
ain't-
saying it's
but
for
listen,
witchcraft,
but this ain't got one thing. Don't got to do with the next. You talking about gangster music compared to a person literally not on song on Instagram that took personal time out their schedule to say the shit that they said. It is two different things, mama. You can't tell me shit otherwise.
I feel like it's just keep the same energy no matter what lane you're in. So, you know, if it's gangster rap and you're proud of that, keep that same energy in everything that you're doing. But if we're talking about comedy and you signed up to come on the show to be funny and you got ragged on, keep the same energy. The read happened at that time. DC let that go. I don't think he's even really been thinking about you or like said anything about you since then. So for you to come out of nowhere, that was unmerited.
Yeah.
It's
very much. No, like I said, this don't justify her actions at all. It's wrong. I'm just saying I see like there's a difference. People are it's so easy to rag on her. And the next person we're gonna talk about, it's so easy. Like it was just like niggas was waiting, you know? Like
well, I don't know the next person she's talking about, and it's real sad because I love her music.
Same.
Love her music, but again, freaking Sheikah. Sheikah has this, like, she has this issue which is causing, I don't know, what is with Sheikah and black children? I don't understand that. It's fucking odd. So, for people who don't know, Sheikah was on a flight, and T.I.'s daughter, T.I. and Tiny's daughter, was with their grandchildren, and they were in first class.
Yeah.
And I guess they were making noise and whatever, and Sheikah was right next to them.
Being children.
Sheikah gets off the plane. She's like, oh, I spent $32 on Wi-Fi to wish you nothing but the worst. I hope you get paper cuts. Like, talking mad garbage.
Called the children bastards.
That was a choice.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, and then she goes on live and she's like, oh, well, if I didn't do it, I would have caused a manic episode. I would have found the highest peak in the airline, and I would have thought about jumping off. That's some bullshit. And you want people to feel pity for you. Like, it's for some reason, people have this common thing about not thinking before they speak or tweet or post.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like,
Sheikah, I'm not giving you no pass for nothing. I love your music, but fuck that. As an individual, you are a real fucked up individual because you've done it twice. On 2 separate occasions. I remember it was Halloween of 2021. You literally, somebody got into it with you, a fan got into it with you on Twitter. And what you did is, instead of going back and forth with them, you posted their child on Twitter and put their face next to a skeleton's head.
Yeah, I remember that. That was fucked up. Like, what is the point, sis?
You are not a fucking kid, bro. You're a grown-ass adult. And specifically, you are going at black children.
Here we go.
It's so interesting. If there's a white person, you don't really come at them no way. But it's a black child, for some reason, you come at them. And these black children, they're young. They don't know what the hell is going on. They don't even know why they're even getting mentioned.
Yeah.
They're just there minding their goddamn fucking business.
Being children.
And yet, for some reason, you have this way of coming at people's children. Now, if one, that person on Halloween was to say, all right, whatever Halloween, whatever time you come into my town, I'm going to slap the shit out of you for coming at my kid. They're not wrong. They're dead not wrong. You talking about my child. My child ain't do nothing to you. This was not a whole discussion. You going to talk about my child.
Like we always say, kids are off limits. 100% kids are off limits. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand. If I'm tired, it's a red eye, I'm on a flight, somebody's baby is screaming and yelling in the back. Yeah, I'm rolling my eyes. I'm huffing. I'm puffing. Yeah. I get it 100%. But I keep that to myself.
Yeah, you got to.
I keep that. That was a choice for you to purchase Wi-Fi for $34 to sit there and go on ahead on the internet. Why?
Yeah.
Why? You huff, you puff. Put your AirPods, whatever
Back
you have,
in.
on the, noise canceling. Close your eyes and go to sleep.
Facts.
That's it.
Facts. I mean, I agree. And I don't like how she weaponized her mental illness the same way white women sometimes weaponize their tears to get out of shit. I don't like that at all. And I just want to also, on the other side of the spectrum, I also want to address the elitism that I saw throughout this whole situation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
As well as the fat phobia that I mean, which always goes hand in hand when people want to drag Chica. I want to address that too. So Chica, you're wrong. You dead wrong. And the fact that you made this comment about, oh, you could have been in, take that back to economy. What do you mean by that? Babies are going to be babies no matter where they're able to sit. So just because you paid $800 to maybe $1,200 for your ticket, you mean to tell me that people with babies or whatever should be sitting in coach? Like, what exactly are you saying, and what was your point of mentioning economy? Like, I noticed that about her. Whenever she wants to drag people, she has a very elitist way of going about it, and it's just like, dude, stop. Like, that's one thing. Another thing is the babies, as you mentioned before, was Zanique's children, right?
Correct.
Which is T.I. and Tiny's grandchildren, right? I believe Zanique's baby father came and he did respond to Chica.
Yep.
And once again, he went straight for her size. He started talking about how she stank. And it's like, my guy, you have every right to defend your children, just like how anybody has a right to defend themselves, right? But why is it that we always gotta go for, like, to me, it's just it's like low-hanging fruits. And I feel like whenever somebody that is big or whatever wants to, whether they're right or wrong, say something that's, offends, it's like, oh, well, you're fat, you're stink, you're ugly. Like, what does that have to do with, like, really, let's really think about, let's unwrap this. What does her weight have to do with the fact that she was annoyed at two children that were crying on a plane? What does that have to do with anything?
Literally, people just use anything that you could. What's it called? You at that moment, you're just like, oh, the red eye, whatever. You're seeing red. You don't give a fuck. You gonna use any little thing that's gonna piss that person off. So you gonna use they weight. They gonna use their size. You gonna use anything. And at that moment, that would be me. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. You disrespecting my children. I don't give a fuck about your weight. I don't give a fuck if you wanted to commit suicide. Go ahead at that point.
No.
Because you talk, and you can say that all you can say that all you want to, but when you disrespect my child, who
it's not your children, bro.
Okay,
it's not your fucking kids.
It's not. It's really not. But at that point, I'm gonna be honest with you. It does something to somebody that goes red. They don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
And if y'all was in his shoes, or if y'all was in
I would be livid.
You would what's it called? You would be like, it's on site. It's on site. I don't give a fuck. I want to see you.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to see me somewhere, because you're gonna have to either give me a fucking apology, which for some reason we haven't seen yet.
No, she just weaponized her mental.
She weaponized it, moved on, and that was it. Mm-hmm. So they gotta move on, and you just gotta sit here. You know that it's gonna be a problem. You know that if you go on, like, now that people see that happening, you know that if you go on tour in Atlanta, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I don't think she can go to Atlanta.
Now what's it called?
I mean, we know what's gonna happen though. She's gonna issue the apology, maybe like a week or two later.
Yeah, it's been a week.
It's been a week. That, whatever the case may be, and try to clean it up from there, because her bag's gonna be stopped. Like you're saying, like, she gonna go to Atlanta, they're gonna flame her. You're not gonna get nothing over there. So she's gotta eventually make that apology.
They're gonna make it a no-fly zone for her, because it's gonna be like, yo, you can't come here.
But the thing is, my thing is, why we've gotten to the point where it's like, if you diss somebody and because that person comes from this state or that region of the country, oh, you better not fly here. Like, why?
It's a difference. So I'll put it like this, right? And I'll say this as a good example, right? Let's say the story of Adidon with Pusha T, right?
Yo, that shit was crazy.
Right? That whole shit was fucking crazy, right? When he said, you are hiding a child, let that boy come home. He didn't say anything directly about the child. He just said you have...
He just exposed them.
Exactly. He exposed you for having your child and not being there.
Yeah.
So that is not warranted for Drake to go off, you're mentioning my kid and all that. You ain't really do much, right?
Yeah. His rebuttal,
now, of course, the 40 line, now that's a lot different. That I would say, all right.
Yeah, Push was wild. Honestly, not to go off.
If he never said that 40 line,
diss track.
Listen, that summer,
that's almost hot. Hot.
Lord Father.
Hot. And then Drake still saying that he had a diss record for him. Nobody believes that. Nobody.
And nobody's gonna care at this point, buddy. Move on.
Nobody believes that. And he's like, well, I make better album sales than you. He's like, I don't care. Like
nobody gives a
like this big bank take little bank. That's not gonna work in this
it has not worked.
in rap beef. It never works.
It has not.
At the end of the day, Pusha T consistently nominated for a Grammy.
Hello.
His work speaks for himself.
Yeah.
So it's never gonna help. So I kind of want to jump back to our first topic because there is something else that we definitely didn't talk about. B. Simone. Golly, B. Simone. What the fuck? Really? With this close friend shit, you having people pay to be on your close friends so that people could see how you grieve?
I don't like that bitch.
Personally, I don't give a fuck.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry she's beautiful or whatever, but she make my scalp itch, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
Not the scalp.
I don't like her at all, bro. And I know if she see this, she'll roast me. It's okay. I'll take it. I don't care. But I just, she's so cringy. I don't know. Sorry, Kevin. You're just like, what?
I like B. Now, I was hoping, something would have came out that she was like, that was a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't come out yet. So, it's another one. I'm trying to stand by you, sis. I'm trying, but to have people pay to see you grieve, like, you already have enough money. You have outlets. You have businesses. You know what I mean? Like,
and she has access.
Yes, she
Period.
definitely, and privilege.
Facts.
So the fact that you are charging people to go on ahead and see you grieve your friend, like, number one, I hope your friend is looking down on you and just being like, girl,
what's going on?
Let's get this together. Let's figure out what's happening here. Please don't use me. Like, don't put me up in the clouds on your close friends just so going ahead and make a bag off of that too.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I agree.
So it's hard. It's hard too. I'm trying.
I've never tried. I don't know. I don't know, man. B, her brand of comedy. I know people go rag on my brand of comedy because I find people like Pete Davidson funny and Eric Andre. Like, that's my brand of comedy. But she's not funny to me. I think she's been propelled forward because she is very attractive. She's a beautiful woman. And in terms of this situation, definitely wants to profit off her friend. Definitely. And to me, that's sick. And she's always done sickening things, like from the Danny Lay situation to the cringe. Anyway, moving on.
I'm trying, B. I'm trying.
I don't know what's going on this week. It's just like
people just wilding out here, man.
It's like weird. I don't know, it's been a weird week, and we'll go from that to something a little more definitely way more lighthearted. Keke Palmer, oh my God, Keke Palmer. So, Keke Palmer stated that she feels like Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show was uppity. Keke, why do you feel that? Did you not watch The Cosby Show? Because there's no way, in no way, shape, or form, did you find Claire Huxtable uppity. I don't get it. Was it because she worked her ass off to get what she got and still was standing by her man? She didn't think in The Cosby Show, Claire never thought anybody was beneath her.
No, never.
But she always checked people. Prime example, there was an episode, I forgot who it was, but she told somebody, what you expect me to be at my husband's beck and call?
Oh, it was the coffee.
Yes,
the
Sandra.
coffee.
She was like, you actually,
husband,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And she let it be known, like, you can't have that type of attitude. Like, the guy was like, oh, I didn't know you did that kind of stuff. And she was like, what? Like, what does that mean? And she got them together. She used to get people together all the time. All the time. I mean, I'm sorry, you were...
No, go ahead. I'm loving this.
Is uppity a bad thing, though?
No, it ain't.
Because...
No, it's not.
Is it a bad? I feel like we
Depends
tried to
on
make a
who
negative
you.
connotation of it. Listen,
It depends on
Claire
who
did
you
what she needed to
asking.
do. She handled situations the way that she needed to handle them.
True.
And if she worked her butt off to get to where she needs to be in life, if she has a certain je ne sais quoi to her in the way that she moves and the way that she acts and the way that she
Facts.
talks, get it, sis. Like, I'm here for it.
Facts. And I will say this. I think that with Keke Palmer, I love her to death. We all watch this young. I mean, she my age. So I'm about to say this little girl grow up. She is definitely my age. But no, honestly, we grew up with Keke, and she's always had this homegirl, down to earth kind of persona, and she was unapologetic about it. And I think it's very easy, some of us, to look at people. Like when you look at Claire Huxtable, she is the wife to a doctor, right? And they lived very comfortably. Right? I think they had a brownstone. They lived comfortably, right? And it's easy to look at somebody in that situation and just say they're uppity. But if you really examine Claire Huxtable, she wasn't. I think Dr. Cosby was uppity. He had uppity ways about him, whether it was on the show or outside of the show. Dr. Cosby was very uppity. And I don't think that was Claire Huxtable. It's just, I think that Keke was looking at the situation as a whole and saying she's uppity. And it's not fair, because people can do well for themselves, very much live a wealthy lifestyle, Black people I'm talking about, and still be down to earth. It doesn't happen very often, because Black faces in high spaces, sometimes they be whatever, but it happens. There are people who are down to earth and live comfortably. Not everybody has that snobbish kind of mentality at all. It's not good to generalize. So
I personally think that Keke was just kind of out of pocket. There's nothing that you could really say about that. Keke, I think you need to look up the definition of uppity before you actually just say the word.
Yeah.
It's very important. So, moving on. We got to talk about something that just strikes me as so interesting. Depends on how you take it, and depends on how the next couple of months to years are about to go. Cornel West, out of the blue, decided, you know what?
Go off, brother.
Go
off.
am going
see
to
you
run
do that
for
Please.
president. And you know what, brother? You go on and do that.
Yeah.
Now, here's where the problem lies, and this is why sometimes it makes me realize I got to stay off of Twitter a little bit. Somebody is like, oh, but his wife isn't even Black. What the hell does that got to do with anything? I'm confused. What does his wife not being Black have to do with him running for? I don't understand. Mainly because Cornel West, if you've looked it up, Cornel West has not said anything about Black women. He's never disrespected the Black woman.
No, he hasn't.
No, he's not doing anything. So he could date whoever he pleases. We always say it every time on the podcast, everywhere we go. Me and Emmy have this belief, and I believe most of our friends have this belief, is that we don't care what race, what gender, whoever you want to date is fine. Just do not disrespect the Black woman.
You know what it is? I think with Cornel West, there's some women that are just like, once they see a Black guy with a white woman, it's like, what the hell? And for most cases, it's justifiable, because y'all be on some dumb shit.
Which is what I
said. Like having this kind of mentality, like they're. But love is love, man. But I think in Cornel West, his situation, because he's so woke.
Yep. It is quite shocking. But,
yeah, but it's not shocking to me, because there were like members of the Black Panther Party who, as woke as they were, some of them.
I'm gonna just say, if you've never seen the movie "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker," there is a scene where this man is big Black power, and then he got this white woman and his two little white children. Talk about the poor white trash. Yeah, speak, brother.
Yeah, like over bowls of cereal, like, bruh.
Oh, it's talking about, you want some bean pies? Like, yo, it's the funniest shit. But all in all, I feel like it's overdue. I do feel like Cornel West is somebody that we could look at that can kind of relate to us for once. No offense to Barack Obama, but Cornel West is somebody who can relate to us. And I think that
Obama couldn't relate to us?
Oh, no.
no.
You said no.
No. Love you, though. Thank you.
Yeah, love you.
We love you.
Love you,
No,
Barack.
no.
Love you. Love you in all your dance
What?
moves and all your love for Michelle and
He
all
couldn't
that
dance,
stuff.
bro. He couldn't
All the
dance.
memes that you created.
All the memes,
Love
all
it.
that stuff.
Thank you
Love
so much,
it.
brother.
But as a president, you was not a great president, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I could name a few.
He did the best. The nigga did the best he could. Like, can y'all stop?
No.
He did the best that he could.
did
For
not.
who?
Exactly.
For us.
Oh, child.
He did the best he could, man. He was the first black president. You know the adversity he was going up against. Like, come on, y'all. Give the nigga some
I
grace.
agree, but if we look at him from when he went into the office until he came out, that man aged. He was stressed trying to do what he wanted to do for us. But, he did the best that he could do for everyone else. And I'll leave it at that. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you. We love you being the first.
Thank you for your services.
Well, since
If you know.
Come on, Shorty.
since we on the topic of politics, let's just jump into this bitch ass nigga Mayor Adams. So
Wait, hold on. Before we get to Mayor Adams, let's just say we want Cornel West, not
Word.
Kanye West. Moving on.
You got it. You got it, fam. So let's just jump into Mr. Eric Adams. So he decided to propose a plan to pay New York to house migrants. Right? God damn it. Now, us as Caribbean children, you are a Caribbean child, all three of us, we're Caribbean children. For us, we understand it because, we Caribbean children, our parents, everybody was once immigrants. We get it. We get it.
Yeah.
But from an other side of it, there are a lot of homeless people who are American homeless people who right now are struggling and you not helping them out. But you want to help everybody else. Why the fuck is it that is always an issue? Everybody wants to help everybody else, but what is there directly in your face, point blank, period? Why? Why is that a problem? Like, I don't fucking get it.
So what exactly are you mad that the immigrants, the migrants are here and we have to help them? Because once they come here,
That's not the problem, but it's
Okay.
the problem is that you're focused on them when you have a big problem in homelessness. We just did a whole episode.
he still ain't fixed the fucking problem.
Exactly. So you instead of focusing on the problem that you need to focus on, you skipped it and went to
I don't
another
think
problem.
he skipped it. It's just my thing is they're here. They're fucking here. So like, yes, there's homeless people that have been here, and like I said, he honestly, the way he went about it was just, I don't know. I don't get it, sir. But what I'm saying is they're here. Now it's a bigger the homelessness is like a bigger problem now. So it's like he's still this whole thing where you paying people for them to live with us and all of that. I want to see who's living in your house. Are you doing it too? Because it's easy for you to sit up on your high horse and tell us New Yorkers, oh, you have to have them come in and we'll pay you to do all this shit. I want cameras. I want an MTV Cribs edition.
Do it.
And I want to see if you're housing migrants yourself.
I also want to see who you're actually kicking out of the New York City, too.
Hello.
At that point, because I feel like, for me, housing these migrants, we're choosing to house who, and I don't want to say anything crazy, but, like, who we housing in these houses? I know us Haitian people, y'all trying to get rid of us.
Yeah. A
So
lot of us,
are we helping the problem itself and we're housing everybody, or is it a certain group of people that we're housing?
Right.
Interesting thought.
It's a good thought.
Just
no,
saying.
seriously.
If we're housing migrants, so that means that we're not deporting anybody from New York City then too, right?
Hi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hello.
Yeah. I'm happy.
I love it.
Oh, I'm
Fucking
loving this.
love
Oh,
it.
I'm loving this. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, in Florida, DeSantis just fucking up everything.
Oh my God, Republicans! If you guys make DeSantis like,
there's a lot.
No, that's gonna happen.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
That's gonna
there are
happen.
a lot of Republicans that are really not happy with DeSantis because a lot of them are actually farmers, and with those with a lot of those Mexicans leaving because they were so scared and they went to other states and stuff.
yeah,
they got mad because they're like, we're gonna lose our crops because not enough farmers. All those all those Mexicans, all those Hispanic people, they was doing all that work, and now you made this
all
policy
the jobs that the average American is too prideful
to do, and then want to complain. We ain't got no jobs. You just don't want to do it.
You just don't want to fucking do it.
But
and I can think of a lot of niggas that qualify to do that type of work. I'm just be honest.
But then a lot of them is gonna be like, well, that's gonna be like the slave days. Shut your ass up. It's making crops for farming. You can
not picking cotton.
Not exactly. Like y'all niggas, y'all baffle me sometimes.
Yeah, facts. You get a check.
Are you gonna get a tax return?
Sure.
Yeah, for farming. Yeah.
Oh, okay, then great.
But nope, they not gonna do that. Nope, they not gonna do that.
For farming, fuck yeah.
Shoot, in Trinidad they do it all the time.
Hell yeah.
Shoot, picking up crops, they doing what they gotta do.
Yep.
But you know what it is. At the end of the day, what can you tell people? I feel bad for those people because I don't feel like they did anything to deserve that. Especially in Florida, those people are just working hard, trying to make money, trying to make a living for their families and stuff. But it's always a problem. Like,
always.
It's always something.
And it's just like I said, before, it's easy for you to be where you are as a mayor and look down on people and say, oh, you got to do this. Well, do you do it too? If you're a mayor, you're supposed to be for the people.
Right.
You're supposed to be for the people, not just for yourself, things to benefit you. And I feel like that's what he's all about. I don't
that's
feel
what
like
all of them are about. They're all for
Yeah,
self.
yeah.
They're not really for the people. They're all
they're not.
for
They're
self.
not.
Well, some of them are out there doing the work. I think about the mayor in Philly, who's out there really in the streets, really in his community, knows his constituents,
Oh yeah,
and is doing what he got to do.
Oh yeah, that policy about the shiesty mask is very great.
The what?
The shiesty mask. So I believe I don't know if it's the mayor or the governor. They banned shiesty mask.
Is that the full
the
ski
full
mask
ski
thing?
mask.
Yeah.
Well,
They banned it because they felt like a lot of murders were happening and you can't see nobody's face.
Yeah.
So they said, if you're caught in the street with it, cops are gonna walk up to you. So just be prepared. Now, some people may feel a way about it, but based on what has happened, and usually them ski masks, I don't even trust them fucking ski masks. So
I don't either.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at it. If it's cold, I get it, but you niggas just wearing it anytime. You wearing it in the summer.
It's like a style now.
Yeah.
Like before, like COVID was the reason.
Yeah. Now these niggas just want to do it just because. I don't got time for that. So the last thing, last recap of the week, and it happened yesterday, and I was so happy.
Yeah.
Former NFL tight end Travis Rudolph has, it came out that the judge's decision was that he was not guilty in the case against what they would call the murder of someone, but it wasn't. It really wasn't that. It was self-defense.
It was self-defense. Period.
And let me explain to you something. The next thing they want to do is they really want to, like people were talking about, will lock the woman up, his ex-girlfriend or whatever. Honestly, if you want to go at it that way, you kind of can, because she literally did say in the text message.
Yeah.
To like, everything sounded like a threat. She's like, oh, it wasn't really a threat.
Yeah.
You had 4 niggas show up to his household.
What killed me was when they were asking her, when you said shoot his shit up, what does shit mean? Like she was saying, oh, anything but him.
Right.
Bitch.
Okay.
What? And not for nothing, the bitch was married.
That's the worst part.
The bitch was married.
But they got you. They don't have you in 4K, but they got you on camera hitting this man, assaulting this man.
Yeah, you see her hitting him. You see her walling on him, and then the text message is like, bro, like he shouldn't have went through all of that over a bitch that he's not even, like, you're married. You're a sneaky link. Are you dead ass?
Yeah, I'm be honest. I'm very happy that he's free now. I'm happy because I feel bad. Because in some cases you could understand what shit happens. It's like, yo, you killed somebody, you know, for reasons. I'm like, I can't look at you the same. But it was self defense. It's four people attacking your brother. You gotta do what you gotta do. And you came in here, they threatened you, and they had guns on them. So at any moment they could have pulled that shit out. You a dead man.
He stayed ready, so he didn't have to get ready.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Like, when it comes to that situation, I'm very happy for him. Happy to see all of that being dropped against him. But again, I feel like as people, handle your own problems, handle your own situations. And ladies, please stop getting your close friends, your brothers,
Yes.
all of that, your cousins, whatever, trying to get on somebody that you have the situation with.
Yes.
It's not fair to them. They have nothing to do with the situation. It has nothing to do even with your situation. So just stop that. Handle your situations the best way that you know how to.
Yeah.
Reach out to your community if you need to at that point, but stop getting your cousins, your brother, Day and them all to go on ahead and handle your situation.
Pookie and
then this is what happens. And then you're sitting here on trial like, that's not what I really, that's what you meant, sis.
I don't recall.
We know.
No, that's not what I meant. No.
Anything but him. When she said anything but him, oh my, I could have fallen out the chair. What, girl? Girl, you literally put yourself in danger. You put your brother in danger. You put Mr. Rudolph in danger. You put everybody in danger,
And
all
you took
for some
somebody's
bullshit.
life.
Yeah, somebody
And-
died because of your bullshit. Girl, go home to your husband.
What husband? He be looking at her like, no, you gotta go.
Yeah. She probably, you're not looking too cute out here.
Nah.
You're not.
All right. So, the last topic of the evening is going to be something fun that I kind of love to talk about things that happen during the month. So it's really cool to talk about these things. So June, for most people that don't know, it's Pride Month.
If you're living under a rock.
Fact. Now, for those who don't know about Pride Month, it is celebrated in the month of June to celebrate and honor the 1969 Stonewall. For those who don't know about 1969 Stonewall, Kevin, would you like to spell people more about
Well,
it?
sure. Shout out to my community. Happy
Hey.
Pride Month to all of us, all allies and everybody involved. 1969 Stonewall riots. It was a crazy time where, we as queer people were unable to just really live our lives. So we're in a bar, we're just trying to be with our community, have fun, and then the police continued to come in and just go on ahead and harass us. And then, finally enough was enough. So we all got together and just started fighting back for, I think, a series of 6 to 7 days itself of just fighting back for the community and just standing up for our rights. And shout out to those trans women and Black queer women that went on ahead and led that, because you really set the pace for everything that we're doing here today. So I'm thankful for you. I know my community's thankful for you, and just ready to go on ahead and continue to celebrate, not just in June, all year long too.
I know, I was about to say that. Marsha P. What's her name? Sorry. Was she a part of that?
Yes.
Marsha P. Johnson.
Yes.
Sorry. She was a part of that, and she was a Black trans woman. So to see that it started from a Black trans woman is just amazing, considering the fact that, a lot of the times when you look at statistics of like mistreatment and stuff, it's usually high percentage for that. So to see that when it came to Stonewall and just the movement, it was started by a Black trans woman. Not started, but she led.
Yep, they led
Yeah.
the overall fight, and I just think that overall it's kind of, not to put a damper on it, but it's
Yeah.
kind of sad just to kind of see the reverse of what's happening
Yes,
today
exactly.
with Black trans women
Yeah.
and just the violence that's happening here with them.
Exactly.
I feel like if people knew their history a little bit more and really understood where Pride came from, we could see maybe a little bit more of a shift, or maybe a little bit more of a push in trying to protect these women. But, with prayer and, with hope, things will change.
Yeah,
It'll be good.
absolutely.
I really hope for the best. So, Kevin, I want to ask you, what does Pride mean to you?
Oh, what does Pride mean to me? It's just a reminder of that day that I decided to come out, and just really be comfortable with myself and really just live my life for me. And I think that, for me and a lot of, queer people of color, we've had a little harder coming out and really just being in our skins and just being where we're at today. A lot of us have hard stories, and it's just a reminder of like I made the choice that day, and I made the choice every day to wake up for myself, be my authentic self, and just be unapologetically me.
Yeah.
And that's that. So I just love the fact that I was even given that opportunity, because a lot of people were not.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a question, just curious. What do you feel is a misconception of the LGBTQ community? What is something that you really stand firm on?
Okay, so I don't mean to be funny when I say this. We're not all your sis.
Okay.
We're not all, your good girlfriend. We're individual people who happen to share a commonality with each other. So don't come to us and think that we're all the same, that you can joke with us, that it's all good to kiki and have fun. If you and I know each other and we build that relationship with each other, then okay. But we're not all just flamboyant out here. I'm not all of us are rainbow flagged out and everything, the sort like that. Like some of us are just real chill people who just happen to like guys, girls, whatever the case may be. So don't put us all in that one box. Like this, we're really complex, and there's a lot of us out here.
Okay.
I love this guy. I love this guy.
Facts.
I really do.
But for real, please don't call me your sis. Like that's just that's not okay. I'm not with it at all. Like, please, thank you so much.
I love it. I love it. All right. So we got a really, really interesting question from shout out to our executive director, Kev. Hopefully you'll be seeing him soon. So the question is actually towards all of us, apparently. Do you feel the entertainment business are authentic in regards of their support of the LGBTQ plus community, or just fugazi with their true feelings about the community because of the backlash they'll receive if they don't support?
Did he really use the word fugazi?
He did use the word fugazi.
Kevin. Continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, y'all want me to go first?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. It's not real. It's not real at all. We are here, especially within the music industry, whether you're an artist, makeup artist, hair artist, production, assistant, we're all here. So yes, you give us a space to be in those careers. Yes, you give us an opportunity to go on ahead and make a name for ourselves. And I would say that some people in the industry will go on ahead and really be in support, but total support, I don't think so at all. There's a lot of people in the music industry that are not comfortable with themselves. And that's fine, because again, everybody goes on ahead and has their own journey with their coming out and their sexuality and their comfortability.
Stop.
And I encourage you to definitely just stay on your path, just be on the path.
Yeah.
But I think overall, no, you don't really give us a space to go on ahead and do so. You don't give us that recognition, and those artists that are truly out and really living their lives get backlash. Sam Smith. But let us have our space. Let us have our time. Let us have our shine. And not all of it has to be on RuPaul's Drag Race.
I agree. No, that's facts. I agree so much. Like, I do feel like throughout the years, watching people, especially in rap, come out and be free. I'm seeing Lil Nas X. I'm seeing, really like people are coming out and they're like not afraid anymore. And I feel like it's refreshing, and granted, these artists, they still face backlash, and like I said, it goes back to the whole like easy target thing, right? And it's not fair, and I feel like I agree with you. I want to see more representation of the community, and most importantly, I don't want to see where it's like stifled. Like I can be free, I can be who I want to be, but to this magnitude. If I go overboard and be who I truly am, like you said, Sam Smith, oh, I'm going to get this type of criticism or whatever.
Because Sam Smith is a demon now.
All of a sudden,
all of a sudden he's demonic and he's horrible, and
Yeah.
I can't believe that he's doing this on television.
When I've seen actual rappers, okay.
Yeah. Hell, even certain rock bands, Korn, do the worst.
Marilyn
Manson,
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, I've seen them all do the whole thing.
Yo.
Yeah. So honestly, I'm gonna be real about it. I also agree, but I agree to the point where it's like I don't feel like entertainers should be faking this little funk. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it. You support. But don't try to be extra and don't try to be trendy about it. And that's the shit like that gets me annoyed. Like they're trying to make it trendy. Don't try to do this shit because it's trendy. Because there's people who really, really like they live in this shell and they really like they're really going through these things.
Yeah.
And for you to just sit there and just act like it's a freaking trendy thing, that's the thing that kind of bugs me sometimes. You're doing it because you wanna. Oh, yeah, because you want your fan base. That's what it is. It's not because you truly believe that. Oh, well, I know my fan base loves me, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the extra to make sure that my fan base stays to love me. And it's not like you're not being true to yourself. Like, you can just, like, people like you for what you are and who you are right now. Going over that extra step to do extra shit doesn't make any sense. Just stay in the lane that you were already in, and you'll be perfect. But you doing extra shit it doesn't help. It doesn't help you. It more so hurts you because now people look at you and go, this isn't even the real you.
Yeah. But Kevin, do you feel like, because I've had an issue with this. I've taken issue with it.
Okay.
It's June. It's Pride Month. Do you feel like when you walk, say for instance, you say you work in Soho, right? When you're walking down the street give me a random street in Soho.
Houston,
right? Right. Perfect. And you're walking past all these stores and you're seeing like flags everywhere. Do you feel like it's genuine or do you feel like it's pretentious or for profit?
For profit.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
It's trendy. Like, same thing like Juneteenth and how Walmart owns the trademark on that. Oh, yeah. A white company owns the trademark for Juneteenth.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. We gotta fight that. I'm sorry, we have to fight it.
But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But it's all for profit. It's cool to be gay in the spaces that you're at. Like for my job, I already know that I'm gonna be asked to be put on a panel for Pride Month to have an event for my company. I know that's coming. It happened last year. It's gonna happen this year. Cool. Right. No problem. When it comes to all of these other corporations, absolutely. But I think this year it's a little different because of the backlash that has come out for, the the attack on children that we're having with, queer education and Pride Month and everything that's sort of like that, which is bull all within itself.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
Once again, nobody's trying to force sexuality on your child. You're trying to force sexuality on your child. So take issue with yourself.
Exactly.
The same way that we go on ahead and we teach kids that, mommy and daddy and everything that's all like that, and you came from mommy and daddy, that's teaching itself too. So you're able to go on ahead and teach your child, like, yes, there are people in this world that boys like boys, girls like girls, and you have the choice for yourself when you grow up. It's a simple conversation. 1, 2, 3, we move on and we move forward. But back to the original topic. Yeah, it's all for profit. And I can't be mad because we live in America. But I also have to pause and be in that space of knowing that because I live in America, this can happen. Because if I was elsewhere, it might be a different story for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, like there was an African country that completely made being queer altogether illegal.
Which one? I'm sure there's several.
Several. And, punishable by death. So as much as it's annoying, I gotta understand that I have a privilege within myself being American that I'm able to live my life the way that I live my life here.
Yeah, because you couldn't do it in Jamaica.
I don't want to say no names, Zambia. But that's neither here nor
You
there.
couldn't say no names. Who?
Zambia. But
Oh, it's Zambia.
I don't want to say, hey,
I said it.
hey, you didn't
I
hear it
said
from
it.
me. You didn't hear Zambia from me. I definitely didn't say Zambia. But it's real hot in here because Kevin, Kevin, he hitting facts out here.
Yeah,
But
it's crazy.
I have my final question for you, Kevin. As a person in the community, I would love to ask you, what advice would you give to anybody who is afraid to, come out of the closet or really let their feelings be known that, they're a part of this community?
Take your time is the best thing that I could say.
Mhm.
I came out when I was 23 years old. And I always say it's so funny because my coming out, I wanted it to be this big thing where my friends were shocked and just so like, oh, we're here and we're supportive. So I sent a text message out to my friends and I was like, guys, I'm gay. And 15 minutes went by and nobody answered. So I called each one of them and I was just like, yo, like, I really just told you some deep things about myself. Like, what happened? They were like, oh, we don't care. And I always thought this was a big, dark, hard secret that I was carrying with myself. I felt so heavy. I felt so low. So my coming out was in that perfect moment for myself because it was for me a chance to see like, hey, you're okay. The world didn't change. Not everything is shattering for yourself. It's fine. So do it in your own time. Take your time and do it in your own time, but please stay on the path. If you're able to and you are privileged to, if you're able to get a counselor, a mental health specialist, please definitely go on ahead and do so. But the biggest thing is lean in on your community as well. If you're unable to find a community itself, go online itself, join a club, try to go on ahead and see where you can go on ahead and see yourself in and just stay in those safe spaces until you're ready to actually come out and just live your truth. But stay on the path because it's worth it.
That's what's up.
All right. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kev.
No, thank you guys.
And we were glad to have you as our guest today. And
Yeah.
we'll be seeing you again. Again, guys, follow us on Instagram at @WeAintThem_. Follow Ebony at Eccentric Ebs. Follow Kev at Negro with that Creole.
At Negro with that Creole.
All right. Follow me at It's Mr. Defiant with a Y. This has been them. This has been a great episode, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Later.
Bye, guys.